Since I've joined YouTube, I've posted about a dozen videos. Some people have watched them, mostly my friends, and an occasional troller of sorts, and that is how it has been up to this point. So I must confess, I've reached a small impasse that is giving me pause. And at some point, we all will face this impasse, whether it is after several videos or several dozen videos. I've been thinking, what's the point of doing this? The world doesn't need any more videos. And then I stopped and thought a little. Is that what I really believe? Or is it just a rationalization to let me quit and not have to face a more important issue? I decided I was not going to allow this to be an excuse to hide a more powerful reason to give up. So before giving up, know the reason why. On a very objective level, the question, what's the point, can be said about pretty much anything. Philosophers and existentialists have been pondering this issue for most of our history. Even scientists have asked, what's the point? They know that at any given moment there's a particular species, if you look at the history of the Earth, that has been the dominant species on the planet. And it usually is for 5 million years or so. Human beings have been running the planet now for 10 million years. So some scientists, when they take a good look at humanity, think, isn't it time we let some other species have their chance? In other words, with respect to humanity, what's the point? Now, as for YouTube, as of last year, if someone were to watch all the videos on YouTube and watch them for 24 hours a day, it would take them 192 years to get through them all. So there's already enough videos out there. So really, making another video, what's the point? The world doesn't need another video from you or me or anyone else. So if you don't want to make another video, don't make another video. But don't use the excuse, what's the point, to hide some other reason why you decide to give up. If you're going to give up for the right reasons and know why you're giving up. Saying what's the point isn't even a very active or noble way to give up. If you're going to stop something, make it an active, healthy choice, not a passive-aggressive decision of self-loathing. So, when I had my moment of thinking, what's the point? I stopped and asked myself, while this may be true, is it the real reason I'm thinking of stopping? The answer was no. After some self-reflection, I realized there were many issues that kept me from wanting to start a YouTube channel, and I further realized these issues hadn't gone away, and they weren't going to go away. And without me really realizing it, these issues had popped up again, and they were clever. My feelings of, do I deserve this? Am I good enough? What if someone doesn't like me? Hid behind the generic notion of what's the point? The problem with what's the point is that it is always right. Because it's generic. And yet because it is generic, it is also meaningless. You need to be aware of the real reasons you might want to stop. These reasons are going to be staying with me for a long time. So I better get used to them and realize they're actually distractions. Actually, if you really think about it, they're saboteurs to my, and I won't call it success, because striving for success is itself a saboteur. As Rudyard Kipling wrote, meet success and failure and treat them both as impostors. And just like success and failure, these other reasons, do I deserve this? Am I good enough? What if someone doesn't like me? Need to be treated as impostors as well. So, they do not get in your way of doing stuff and living your best. That is what you need to realize. Because when you start to think, what's the point? You need to realize that isn't the point.